Yes, what I got my people, them, are we good, are we winning? It's your boy Big C back with another video. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe, repost, all of that for the people them, and come join the Panda Gang, and make sure you do it if you love your mom. Listen, we're just going to get straight into this one, and I'm going to say what's off my heart in this video. I want to address this whole kind of drill lifestyle and the glamorization of like just wickedness and badness within our culture. You know what I'm saying? It's like we live in a kind of period where like the current zeitgeist of the time is everyone wants to be a road man, everyone wants to be a bad man. You know, snitching to the police about stuff it makes you a snitch. You know, like we live in a kind of time where it's like they're trying to get the bad to outweigh the good, and it's why we live in the kind of times that we do. You get me, Carl? Getting into my first point, I'm just going to load my notes up here. Also, make sure before we get in, I'm not sure if this video is going to be able to go past this part on TikTok and stuff like that, so make sure you check it on YouTube and Snapchat at Ricky C Official on all of the socials. But this whole drill culture, like people glamorize drug dealing. Like drug dealing is something to be proud of. Like rather than go up to be a lawyer or a doctor or work on an oil rig or be an electrician or be a scaffolder or even work in retail or be a teacher, you should aspire to be a drug dealer. Like this isn't new, yeah? This has been going back to like the days of Tupac. Like Tupac, I know, inspired people to be drug dealers and stuff like that through the wrong ways, especially in his later music and stuff like that. But this is the poison that's diluting our culture. You know what I'm saying? Which is making people go away from rap. You know, rap has a negative image, like it has a negative connotation to it. Like when people think of rap and hip hop, like they don't think like conscious hip hop, they don't think of KRS-One, they don't think of me, they don't think of like Talib Kweli. You know, they might think of Kendrick Lamar, but even he's a bit on the fence with glamorizing it sometimes. And it's just negative nowadays. Like no one listens to rap and thinks that, oh, you know, this is music for the soul. And these are the people that are like the culture vultures. Like people who look at like Trap Lord Ross or DJ Vlad or people like that and be like, oh, I would say academics, but you know, he's moving a bit sideways now. But you know, they look at people like them and they're like, oh, they're culture vultures just because they're bringing light to the real issues. You get what I'm saying? Just because they are bringing light to the real issues that is actually popping off. Like, yes, it's entertainment and I get it, and everyone wants to live that gangster lifestyle. But the thing is, yeah, everyone wants to be a gangster until you're facing 25 years. Everyone wants to be gangster until you're locked up for them 25 years and all your friends start messaging you because they forgot about you on road, big man. Look into my eyes, I'm being serious. I got man that are there that have done that. You know, they're in there. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, like no one writes them, you know, begging people for mackerel. You know what I'm saying? Begging money for canteen and that because they ain't got no vapes, got no mackerel and stuff like that. I'll wipe my hands of these people. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. I'm in the firm belief that if someone gets sentenced to prison and they change and they've done their time, they're a changed man as long as they haven't done anything bad. You get me? Anything really bad, and we know what them things are. But the thing is, that's where you're going to go. There's 3 ways you're going to make it out as a drug addict or a drug dealer. 1, you're going to go clean, yeah? And you're going to realize that you've wasted a large proportion of your life because when you've got no proof of income, no proof of all of this, yeah? You know, you've been paying all these whips and stuff like that. They're going to come for you. They're going to come for you. They're going to find out. You know what I mean? Like, how are you going to wash 100 grand? 500 grand? You know, I've got people, I'm trying not to incriminate myself with this video, yeah? But I know people, yeah, that are very close to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I'm going to say, that are very close to me. That they've sold loads of drugs and all they've got from it, yeah, they haven't been able to spend that money. They haven't been able to wash that money. You know, they've got maybe an extra holiday out of it a year. Is it worth the risk? Because you're either going to go jail, yeah, you're either going to go clean and realize you missed all your life, you're going to go jail, or you're going to end up dead. Because there's always bigger people out there and people are moving ruthless nowadays because this is the drill culture that we use. People are throwing acid in people's faces. People are like moving with shanks, Rambos, big things, bro, queffing man up, chinging man up. You know what I'm saying? Over nothing, because no one wants to fight hand to hand anymore. We live in a culture. I see it with the youths around the ends. Not even the youths now. These men are in their 20s, bro, and this is what makes it sadder. And they think they're a big man because they roll in a gang and they set people up and stuff like that. You man are idiots. You know what I'm saying? Every single one of you. If it was up to me, cool people are like, oh, they're G's. They're not. They're evil, bro. They're evil. They deliberately ruin people's lives. deliberately. It's what's destroying the Western world. It's what's destroying the Western world. Drugs, you know, because people, if drugs weren't about, people wouldn't be doing the things that they're doing. Shoplifting is costing the economy 55, I think it's 55 billion or 5 billion. I'm pretty sure it's 55 billion a year. And that is only going to go up, which is making all of the other prices go up. The reason stuff costs a lot is because people are robbing it. So they have to put the prices up. You know, it's a double-edged sword. But that's where you're going to end. If you take drugs, even if you just dabble a little bit, you're going to end up with schizophrenia. You're going to end up with bipolar type disorder, like what I've got. You're going to end up with psychosis. You're going to go into mania. It's not going to be good. And everyone thinks they're cool. But like, that's why I was moving on road the way that I was, bro, because I was manic, bruv. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I look back on how I was moving, I was like, raw. Like, you know, I have mental health disorder, bro. Like, the way you look at these man, you're like, oh, they're a G and that, they're ruthless. No, they're not. They've got severe mental health problems, my guy, whether it's from other issues mixed in with substance abuse, you get me? But like, these are not the people you want to aspire to. There's no future in it. You know what I'm saying? Man, will be 35, 40 still thinking they're a G and that on road with no money and stuff like that, and you got to go back to college, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got to go back to college to try and learn a trade, to try and get what you should have been doing when you were 18, 19, because you wanted to impress girl. And girls ain't, you all want to be trap queens and roll with the ballers and stuff like that. What about my man's kicking in your door at 3 a.m. because they want their money? Or it's the feds. Every girl's going to sell you out, big man. Every girl. You know what I'm saying? There's not a single trap queen, yeah, that if the feds come knocking on their door. I have seen it with my mates, bro. You know what I'm saying? The girl snitched on them straight away. And like I'm saying, are you willing to lose all that you've got? You go to jail, girl. Lose your kids if you've got kids. You know what I'm saying? You let man trap out your yard and stuff like that because you think you're big. What about when you're living on the streets? Listen, no. You're not going to be a teenager forever. You know, you think like you're going to move ruthless and it's all about the gang and the family and stuff like that. They won't even be your friends in 10 years. Watch. You know what I'm saying? They ain't even going to be around you in 10 years. If you make a change, especially in your life, if they're doing the same old thing, you're not even going to roll with them anymore. I'm not friends, really. Like, I mean, like, close with anyone when I was younger. I've still got my brethrens and that I was moving about with on road and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's like, you know, we're not cool how we were, because I realised them man are idiots, bro. They're never going to change. They're never going to break the cycle. They're never going to get out of that lifestyle. You get me? And they've all got psychosis. They've all been to prison. They've all got... And I had to cut myself from them, because if you hang around with 5 idiots, you're going to become the 6th idiot. Yeah, if you hang around with 5 winners, you're going to become the 6th winner. Do you get me? It's basic philosophy, my boy, innit? But listen, I want to get into the last thing, because I want to keep this under 10 minutes in it. But these rappers are capping, bro. They're liars, bruv. They're liars. You don't want to aspire to be like these people. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I sell drugs, I do this. Oh, Future doesn't even take drugs, and he raps about it. You will not be as cohesive and as good as a rapper. I speak from experience. When you are drunk, when you are off your face, you are not going to be as good. The best, it's like Dr. Dre says in Express Yourself, innit? And brain damage on the mic don't manage. If you get me, trust. But these rappers are liars, bro. You don't want to aspire to be like them. Most of these drill rappers are idiots. You know what I'm saying? They're just trying to wash their money and trying to explore other avenues. But you don't want to be like these guys. Be like all the real people. Even like... That's a different video, we'll talk about that. But like, you don't want to be like none of these negative role models, all these OF girls, you know, thinking that's another video that I want to talk about, all these role men and stuff like that. You don't want to be like them. You know, be yourself, grow up. There's nothing wrong with working in like retail or like a job, you get me? There's nothing wrong with stuff like that. Them man are idiots, bro, yeah, and are trying to make out that you can't. You know, these man are like that much pussy, oh yeah, that they'll jump you with a group of 10 man. Yeah, when you go to the police because it gets recorded on CCTV, they'll call you the snitch. They can't fight a one-on-one battle, yeah, but because you went to the police, yeah, you're the snitch. This is the logic of these idiots. You get what I'm saying? And it's screw them, man. Them man are idiots. I don't watch them. I don't respect none of you, man. I never have. Get the drugs off the streets. The love's gone from the streets. Bring the fun back to the streets, yeah. And like, you know, do your thing in it. But I'm going to keep this video under 10 minutes. But listen, do you know what it is? Big Ricky C, stay focused, remain loyal, get your head in them books, get them grades, get a job, get a career, and live your life in it. Don't become like these idiots, bro, that are going to be 45, and if they make it to 45, you know, going to look like they're 65. Big up yourself. Go on.